Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 23, and today I'm going to be doing some time trial with MARQUEZ here in the Sachsenring. Now, I did a lap, a couple of days ago with MARQUEZ, and I didn't really think nothing of it, but I decided to come back and see if I can improve my lap time. I did a 1:17.838, which is pretty respectable upon the leaderboards. It's not top 10, but it's, I think, top 30 or top 25. So I'm keen to see if we can improve that and hopefully get down to the lower parts of the 117s. Now, Sachsenring is not a track where you can just find time quickly. There's a lot of corners where you can find a bit of time, but not a massive amount. And when you got a lap time that small, you're only talking maybe a couple of tenths of improvement compared to where you may start. So as always, I've gone for the standard factory Repsol Honda bike, and I've got the default settings. I'm using the medium front and rear just to see what things are like, and then we'll start changing around and see which one we can do better. Now, the whole point of this video is just that I wanted to try being MARQUEZ in Sachsenring. Of course, it's as aptly known as the Saxon King, but of course, terrible, torrid time for MARQUEZ at the Sachsenring. So I thought, for those MARQUEZ fans out there suffering right now, this video is for you. And of course, guys, if you are enjoying the content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So our first lap was not successful, but you can see marginally slower, just a tenth of a second. We still got time to gain. Maybe a tyre change would fix that. We'll find out as this video progresses, but for now I'm just wanting to churn out as many lap times as I possibly can in quick, smooth succession. If you've watched my videos before, you know I'm a stickler for consistency. I love that consistent pace. And keep getting in the same tenth or just close to it each and every time. It's immensely satisfying. It's satisfying to watch, it's satisfying to do, and even to commentate here, sitting right here. So into the left hand side for turn 9. I'm going to go a little bit wide, but not too wide for turn 10. I think there's time to be gained into turn 10, and already into the waterfall section we're gaining a smidge of time. 61,000th of a second as we go firm on the brakes into the waterfall, into Saxon Curve. I do love this part, that whole waterfall down into the tough, difficult braking mark of the left-hander. It's a great combination, but that's too deep into the Queckenburn corner. We've brought on the ride-out device, keep it in track limits, and we've improved. A 1:17.769, now a second attempt. This bodes well. Are we in line for a good lap? A little bit deep for turn 1. Losing time, but it can be misleading, that first corner, because not necessarily you have to go really early on the brakes or late. There's different methods to try, and unfortunately we are slipping behind somewhat on this lap. Now, I did try around the different electronics in this one. I'm still favouring the lower traction control and then the middle to high anti-wheelie, but I think a track like this, you can get away with the anti-wheelie being lower. There's a lot of low gear corners here where you're not really blasting out of them. You're being very calm and relaxed and gentle with the inputs, so I don't think you're going to really see a lot of front wheels lifting up. Of course, it will happen if you're not careful, and if you don't use the ride-out device in the timing matter here, you also get a bit of wheelie. But for now, looking pretty good. A bit deep into the Saxon Curve, that's not going to get the job done. Trying out with the ride-out device on here, and then braking in early with the left-hand side here for turn 13. Now into the left, we bring on the ride-out device again. A little bit wide, will lose us a bit of time, but we are still into the 1:17s. Good, consistent pace so far. Now, I mentioned in a previous video, I think it was the Sacred Setup video, which of course was given to me by Sacred Meerkat, of course. In that video, I mentioned how our styles differed in the sense of braking. Now, I'm guessing a lot of people will have different braking styles. Of course, it's natural, everyone does in MotoGP, in Ride 4, and even in the video games and the real life as well. So one of the biggest things I was noticing was coming into turn 6 here and then into turn 7. It's very smooth on the acceleration, third gear. Coming out of this corner here, I had a habit of bringing on the ride-out device, which should be quite effective, but I couldn't press that brake hard enough to get it to disengage. So I ended up struggling around this corner here into turn 11, all trying to fight the bike whilst it had the ride-out device deployed. Ooh, almost went off the track there. This could be our first 1:18 lap time. This is not something to be proud of. But getting the ride-out device was not a good thing, so I would say if you ever find yourself stuck on the ride-out device, you're probably not hitting the brakes hard enough. So therefore I wouldn't hit the ride-out device for those corners. Across the line, it is our first 1:18, that's a shame. I'm disappointed. We're trending backwards here, we're not going in the right direction here with Marc Marquez, which is I guess the story of his Sachsenring basically. Started off not so bad and then just progressively went worse for the 8 times world champion. So now into the right hand side we are up by 44 thousandth of a second. Not bad. Can we keep that up into sector 2? Just ever so slightly losing a bit of time. As we go a little bit wider for turn 6, we then tuck it into the the left hand side for turn 7. We slowly bring on the power, quick upshift to 4th, 5th and then back down the gears to 2nd. We might have a chance. This could be an improvement. What a way to turn that round. I'm quite happy with that so far, getting caught on the rumble strip again. You really are on the limit with the Repsol Honda in this game. The Hondas, the RC213Vs is just difficult bikes to use. I actually like them. It's not my worst bike. I think there's another bike out there which I'm going to be doing a video on very, very soon, but it's a tough bike to use, but I actually quite like the Honda. So onto the brakes we go. This is trending in our favour. That's tight to the apex. We bring on the power. This could be an astonishing lap across the line. It is a 1:17.541. So after a very successful 5th lap, I've decided to change things up and I've gone from 2 soft tyres now. We have the soft front and the soft rear. Still keeping the electronics are the same for now. We've got anti-wheelie 3, traction control at 2, and engine brake, I always find 4 is great. I've tried 3 in the past, but I think 4 tends to be my favourite. And of course power setting 3 because of the obvious choice. We need as much power as possible to tackle this circuit. Now it's one of those tracks that you could probably get away with using power setting 2, but it's best to be using the 3rd option just in case. Now I must reiterate as well, I don't think people will probably be honest about this in some of their opportunities to do time trials. I'm running balance performance on. So if you're doing this and you're trying to copy what I'm doing, I am using balance performance on. So I do have an advantage with that performance mode on. So if you turn it off, of course you have a negative advantage, so a disadvantage, let's be honest. Now, into the right hand side, we've got to keep it in tight here for turn 11. Bring on the ride-out device. This is a great opportunity for us to improve here. Again, firm on the brakes into the Saxon curve. I didn't feel as confident that time around. I think I questioned myself a little bit. Brought on the ride-out device. Onto the brakes we go for the Queckenberg. Keep it in tight, but not too tight. Yep, I almost lost the front. Across the line, we are going to lose time. That's a shame. That's a real shame, that, because I felt really strong. And as you can see going into the brakes, there's quite a lot of confidence with this Honda right now. The last time I used the Honda would have been the LCR Honda in the live GP race in Mugello, which was actually my first race. That was the LCR Honda. I don't know if balance performance is on when playing online, but so far we have a bit of a disadvantage. Maybe the soft options aren't going to work, and as you can see, the front tyre is not looking too healthy. I don't think we're going to get any more than 2 laps out of this one. If we do, and we somehow feel good towards the end of this lap, then maybe I will not change. But right now I'm leaning towards going into the pits and changing back over, maybe to the medium front, or maybe even try the hard. So into the left hand side for turn 10, we'll flick it back across into turn 11. This will be my last lap with the soft, so let's make it count. I don't know if we're going to improve. I mean, we're going to have to try and find 3/10 from the Saxon curve to the Queckenberg. I think that's damn near impossible. Fire up the ride-out device. I don't know whether that really works going into the final couple of corners, but it's become a habit, so I think I'm going to use it. Look how warm that front tyre is. Yeah, let's call it quits. We've tried with the soft. Let's move over to the mediums. So for our last couple of runs and in today's video, we are going to go back over to the medium front. I thought about the hard, but honestly, the medium front never even got warm, so there's probably not a point in using the hardest compound here in the German GP. So we're going to see what we can produce, excuse me, again with the soft option rear and the medium front. We haven't tried this combo yet, but we do like the soft rear. One thing I am finding in MotoGP since they made the softer compounds tougher is I never burn up the rear tyre. It doesn't really seem to get that hot. I'm not that aggressive with acceleration, and traction control is still on 2, so maybe that's a good combination. But to start us off, this is not looking too promising. We're down by 3/10 into the second split. So not looking very promising to start this one off. Now, of course, early days. We've got a couple more laps yet. I'm going to be aiming around 9 or 10. Let's see what we can produce. But into turn 11, bang on the ride height device. And we have improved from the previous sector, but it's still in a negative balance. We're hemorrhaging time. 2 or 3 tenths behind. Oh, almost abused the track limits there, using everything we had within the track. And now bringing on the power. This is going to be another one, not quite 118. Look at those lap times though. Apart from that one little blemish, everything has been into the 117s. Just that one blemish. And 117.6, 7, 8 has just been our race pace. I'm not sure if I could keep it up for a full Grand Prix, but you got to believe it. I think we've done a stellar job in this time trial so far. And of course, the MARQUEZ fans out there, this was dedicated to you. I hope you're enjoying the video, and I hope you appreciate the Repsol Honda getting put through its works right now without crashing, may I add. Not doing too bad so far. So into the left hand side, do not apply the right height device, because I can never get it to stop sticking on. Coming strong out of the left hand side, yet again another left, turn 9, back into the left again for turn 10, into the waterfall. Is this trending to be a potential improvement? It is by 1/10.5. This could be the lap I was looking for. Oh, a little bit wide into the Saxon curve, but good entry. Coming into the left hand side, or rather the end part of the corner. Getting really tight to track limits again, sliding the rear tyre into the Queckenberg. Bring on the ride out device, and across the line, it's an improvement. It's a 117.4 flat. Oh, I'm chuffed. After the not so impressive lap a moment ago, we turned it up. We turned it up and we got it to work together. I wonder if we can get into the 116s. Not in today's video, but maybe in the future. May have to come back to this. You know, like we did with TT Alaman 3, where I did a lap in a track and then came back after 30 hours. We're going to have to tackle something like that here in MotoGP, but this lap is not going to cut it. It was a bit of a one-hit wonder, that one. But considering that lap will still be good enough for probably top 5 on this list as we finish. Providing I don't lose any more time, but we are losing a bit of time now. I think the magic is starting to rub off. Into the left-hand side for turn 9, turn 10. Ooh, very tight to the apex there. You can really run a tight apex, really run it tight across the rumble strips and just keep yourself within the track limits. 0.4 of a second is certainly not an improvement. You can't find enough time now into this final split. If you can, then that's damn near impressive, but this lap is not going to cut it, so we've got one more to do. We'll do one more, maybe 2, I don't know, it depends how I feel, but I'm just determined to keep... Oh no, it was a 118! Yeah, that was a 118. If we don't improve on this lap, that's it. I can't believe I dropped into the 118s again. I'm really disappointed with that. That's bad consistency. I guess I kind of gave up when I lost so much time, and it looks like we're losing time again. Downshifting quite abruptly to turn in for the Omega corner. It's not going to be an improvement. 2.5 tenths down we are now. Well, you can't say I didn't try. 117.4 was better than what we started with. Don't know where it puts me on the leaderboards, but I've got to be honest with you, I had a good time making this video. It was really fun, and I hope you guys did, or at least had fun watching it. If you did, of course, let me know in the comment section down below. But into the final couple of corners, it's just not going to work. It's not going to happen. We tried, we certainly did. So into the waterfall section, we'll call it quits there, because we've invalidated it. Yep, no point in sticking around now, is there? So there you go then, guys. Those are my lap times on screen right now. If you want to challenge me, let me know in the comment section down below, and also let me know in the Discord server to let me know what your time was here in the Sachsenring with Marc Marquez on board the Repsol Honda. So guys, thanks for watching the video. I do hope you enjoyed. We had a good performance there today. I feel really good and quite positive about the outcome of this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. If you want to leave me any video suggestions, drop them down in the comment section down below and I'll see what I can do. But upon that note, guys, that's it from me. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Consider joining the DrAce pit crew to become a member, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.